Welcome everybody back to the 2022 season of Dragon Ball Z League. This is preseason week 4, episode 2. My name is Jay, and I am joined once again with Dor.
How's it going, y'all?
So, last episode had a pretty close match. Hopefully we can repeat that this episode. Starting off with match number 3, the Royals, our 2021 champs, versus the Rugrats.
Yeah, I think this is really just a bench test for Rugrats. Can they take out the Royals, who haven't even really ran Majin Vegeta yet, but have 3 wins? So Royals just kind of trying stuff out and getting some wins, and Rugrats it's kind of like their time to shine. If they can get the win here, it'd be very impressive. So I'm excited. This should be a good one.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Apologies, I accidentally started the match off screen, but yes, let's get into this. Royals is an interesting one to me because, like you said, they haven't used arguably their strongest member, and they're still so strong. So they are really looking to go repeat this year.
It's the same for this match, but starting us off, we have King Vegeta, Costume 2, the Loney from Kaiju, on Defense +3, Attack -1, Land Energy, Indignation, Fighting Spirit, Dead Days on TN, up against Super Saiyan Goten, who's on Attack +2, Defense -1, Serious, Indignation, Fighting Spirit, Light Body, Dead Days, Piccolo AI, and guess what we have on this week?
I have to assume fusions.
Yes, so I think they've done fusions in almost all the preseason matches. I know last week they didn't because they wanted to show off old spam Trunks, but they've done it at least in half of them. So will be interesting to see if we do see Gotenks today, because it can be very devastating if he gets it going.
Yeah, and it's always somewhat of a risk starting with Goten because I remember in the past Goten just getting like bursted down and he never has a chance to transform. Which doesn't hurt Trunks.
Yeah, so the main idea is Goten also seems to trigger the fusion more often than not.
Yeah.
He had enough Blastox there, but he decided, I think, to put, Wild Sense down. Though he's doing quite good. To be funny enough, I think this is pretty much Goten's normal build. So when they do fusions, it really only changes Trunks. So they can still start Goten and pretty much get the same results.
Yeah, and Trunks is just a good character, so I have to assume they use his AI and then the rest of Goten, what he wants. I could be wrong.
Well,
about that.
uses the AI of who fuses, so it's almost always Goten.
Oh,
so
okay.
We're going to get Piccolo AI. So the only thing being added here, for those that don't know, fusions they have to have the same builds, but there's obviously only one card that they can have different, that's their blue, because there's no duplicated blues. So he's got Super +2, Ki -1, Attack +2, Defense -1, Den Days, Light Body, Serious, Indignation, Fighting Spirit. So pretty much all the stats in the world, and all the health bars as well.
Yeah, and they did go to Gotenks' base form, which I believe they've said is the best. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure Rugrats have said that they like him the most.
Yeah, it is one of the strongest forms for sure. Just beat an all-around hit, and I think mostly that's the reason. I don't think the stats change too much with the forms, so it's just what B2s and ult you get. This one has probably the best. I think this is the only one with like a this is the one with the best ult. And yeah, there we go.
Well, that's what happens when you transform into 8th with like 1,000 point of damage left.
Unfortunately, I think Goten's in the class of
Destroyed Namek.
We're gonna go to Destroyed Namek, yeah. So that's basically taken all of Goten. Whatever life he had left is definitely gone from the fusion now. Metacooler, Defense +2, Master Blast, Serious, Savior, Power Rage on Freeze AI. So his old but gold tech. And it is putting in some work. Goten's got to take out this full character to pretty much like go even.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I always remember with the fusions. It's like, with some characters, if they do an ult, you can get some overflow damage, but because they have so much health, he can just throw out his ult and do more than, Goten's health and damage, but it eats into Trunks' as well.
Yeah, it's quite rough. Obviously, right now it's not looking super hot for Rugrats, though. Just like one combo and
it's
the
building up
damage
stats.
from Goten. Yeah, I mean, he is pretty high stats at this point. A B2 would shred through that.
Oh!
He's going all the way to 3.
Wow. So, interesting. I mean, that's kind of how it is in the show, though, right? He just always goes to 3. He never uses any other form anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he might have shown off in training base, but yeah, for the most part, 3 was what he fought in, because when they both used that Super Saiyan, it would just jump to 3.
Or like in Super, if they ever fight, which they never do, they always just go to 3.
Yeah, I mean, they do in some of the early movies,
the tag.
Super movies. Yeah, I mean, this is looking good. Honestly, Gotenks probably needs to tag, because it's just not... Yeah, he's going to go down. Tambourine, attack +1, Savior, Serious, Quick, Fast, Master Throw, Dende's on Piccolo. Kind of weird to see Savior coming in on him, but I guess it could work. It missed.
Yeah, that Samusen is really good close range, but anything beyond that, I was not sure what happened.
It just seems like you lagged out for a second.
Alright.
It's back up now. You can click play again.
Alright, cool. Sorry about that. Stream dropped for a moment. Must have had just an internet hiccup.
They missed anything.
Maybe 1B2.
And it's preseason, so stats aren't, like, hyper important at least, so it's probably fine.
Okay.
Didn't really miss much, though, because we can see the health, and we know what the health was when Frieza came in.
Okay.
Frieza, Super +1, quick, Combo Master, Quick Fast, Power Rage launches Broly's Ring on Frieza AI. The free agent for Rugrats. So he's not actually a Rugrats member, but they always like to pick up free agents that kind of fit their thing, like Chaozu and stuff.
Which I love. I love when a team has the opportunity to do that, because not every team has a free agent in their kind of like idea or their theme. Because obviously I don't think Frieza's on their master list, but he's small.
No, first form Frieza's same age as final form Frieza, he's just smaller.
Yeah. Oh, and a pump up. Did that get off? It didn't seem like it.
No, if it got off, you'd have bonus attack right now.
Yeah, it just looked like he didn't get hit by the thing. I thought he had light body for some reason.
He does not. So, indeed, canceled it. He actually did really good work to Tambourine. He kind of like melted him while we were figuring things out right there. And he's doing some decent work if he can just hit one of these B2s on Slug. Slug coming in with... Oh, I scrolled past. Key +1, Indignation, Fighting Spirit, Eternal Life, and TNAI. So same build he's had all preseason, and he's done really good work on this build.
Yeah, Slug is one of those characters that a lot of people just said was just awful, but Royals have really put in the time, and they've made him into a character that I think that anybody would just say, like, would want on their team, perhaps.
I don't think anybody necessarily would call him awful, but his kit definitely feels like he's a little lackluster. Both of his B2s, while not bad, are small and lose to other B2s, and the Finger Beam, which is his Death Beam, and the Ice Swipe, and then his ult being a Rush. And Giant Form, I think, has mostly been seen as a downside than an upside, but he's taken out First Form Frieza, so he's showing why he is indeed upside. But man, Cell Jr., you gotta go near Elite today, my guy, because there's still one bar of... who was it?
Special Beam Cannon! Ouch. King Vegeta was in first, if that's who you mean.
No, the Meta Cooler has 2 bars, that's what it is.
Okay.
So I think it's actually just these 2.
Well, if it is just these 2, Cell Jr., it's definitely within the realm of possibility, but he will have to do some work, like you said.
So their weakest character by performance, which is unfortunate because Cell Jr. is actually pretty solid when it comes down to stats and what he can do. Nice innocent rush off of the win. He won because he's on Key +1, Power of Rage, Quick Fast, Savior, launches Chaozu AI. So this is where it gets rough. I don't think he can break the power body.
Yeah, and if Slug decides to use his super explosive wave, it'll be very, very hard. And look at that, 10,000.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this. He's not going to do much.
Wrong explosive wave. I like the idea.
It's actually awful for Cell Jr. because his only, and unless he ults, he's got a rush, and then he's got special beam cannon, which is obviously probably one of the harder B2s we've seen for characters to land.
I will say the Giant makes it slightly bigger target, which is nice.
Yeah, but he's got to do it.
Yeah.
And, because it's a charge B2, he can't just fire it out. If they fire at the same time, he'll lose.
Right.
Oh, Solar Flare. He's fighting for his life.
Oh, there it is. Tambourine,
oh, yeah, Tambourine
with
did
one
tag. I guess I was wrong. It was somebody else. I thought I remembered somebody else.
Cell Jr. almost taking out Slug.
Just a couple Ki Blasts, my guy.
Or that.
Not a Solar Flare. You gotta hit him still.
Yeah.
Some Ki Blast, something.
He did the first part, now followed up. Uh-oh.
One Ki Blast.
Nope, too
Oh, he
small.
dodged under it. He's rolling around. He's got the power of Sonic. He takes him out.
He is an
you gotta
ant.
hit. You gotta hit some V2s here, my guy. And not eat an ult.
Or really eat anything, because I feel like even a Finger Blitz Barrage or whatever it is
he
will
has
kill
no
him.
healing. You can't eat
Oh.
anything. Supernova! Supernova goes pop!
Well, that will definitely do it, and that will end the match with Royals with a pretty strong victory. I think that was around 3 bars.
3 bars. 3 bars.
So yeah, really great job, Royals. They've gone undefeated in the preseason. We'll have to see if that carries over into the main season, but Rugrats definitely not a bad team by any means. Goten just kind of didn't do what he needed to do this week.
Well, Goten did great. Gotenks ate an ult.
Oh, sorry, Gotenks. Yes, that's my bad.
Yeah, so that's the scary part is Gotenks needs to do well, and we know Kid Trunks is like obviously one of their stronger characters. So not when you lose him, it becomes arguable. But that is why they are testing it to see is it worth it. And I think we may not see much Gotenks this season because I think it has had somewhat of a struggle in the preseason, and I think they'd rather just have Kid Trunks for the stats at that point. But I think that'll do it for us. This match number 3, yeah.
Yeah, and moving on to match number 4, we're not going back to Destroyed Namek, which I'm sad about. But
we have the Earth Defenders versus the Namekian Defenders.
Yes.
Worlds collide.
Yes, I really think that Earth Defenders have a strong lineup, especially with mid Vegeta, and the Gokus aren't bad by any means.
I would say both teams are pretty even power level. You wouldn't say any of their characters are weak. You could say like early Piccolo's untested and Krillin doesn't have a high ceiling, but I would say pretty much they have their some really heavy hitters on both sides. So it's going to come down to just which side kind of gets their guys going better, because they both have strong spammers as well.
True. Well, you know what? Let's get into it.
So starting us off, we have very similar builds. We have Krillin on Defense +2, Dende's Serious, Quick Fast, Light Body on Majin Buu AI going up against King Piccolo, who's on Defense +2, Dende's Light Body, Latent Energy, Combo Master, and Piccolo AI. So this is not the King Piccolo build he brought out when he went Elite. However, it is indeed still quite a strong one, and one I think they put a lot of tests into. So both characters here are ones you would fear to fight against in the start. We're going to see them fight each other to start.
Yeah, I'm really glad that King Piccolo has started to turn things around, because he was in a pretty bad place, even as recently as probably like last season. And I always knew he had potential. I really love his character. I always did in the original.
He's got a really solid kit. Like
yeah.
The max power mode. His ult is just a quick fire beam. Samuelson, obviously a great shotgun. I mean, his rush is maybe something he'd rather have as something else, but for a rush, he seems really good at hitting it. So of the characters that have a rush, he's one of the better users of it.
I think it tracks, right?
Yeah, it has some tracking. So it's not like a straight line one. It has good range because of that.
Oh, he flew away from him. Okay, lock on. There we go.
I was wondering, no, we are not accidentally on Android's map. Earth Defenders wanted this map, so it is the map they have.
Yeah, because they're the Earth Defenders. They all, at one point or another, have... I guess Vegeta didn't live here, but the rest of them kind of chilled out here.
They all... well, most of them have trained here at some point.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. Yeah, but Krillin taking a 1-bar lead right now. We know that can be a very fragile lead. Just like we said before, King Piccolo has been shaping up. Though I do believe he normally runs Majin Buu AI, so they might be testing like his backup AI.
Oh, he's turned around! So. But he still grabbed him out of the Kaikasen.
Unfortunately, that was take all of King Piccolo's blast stocks. Probably no max power mode B1 this time. He probably just needs to tag, because Krillin is keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, taking out half of Krillin, which isn't bad, but certainly not as much as they wanted him to do. Definitely tag would be nice here.
Tag, come in, try to do some more damage later, because he's certainly struggling, and it looks like he is starting to look for a tag. Both teams do have some major powerhouses in the back, by the way. Though there is no late Piccolo this week. I guess they are seeing if they can win this match without late Piccolo, which will obviously be something else. And they have Nuova coming in right now. Super +1 launches Indignation, Fighting Spirit, Dende's on Chaozu AI, the typical Nuova build, and this is why.
Yeah, burst attack doing incredible amount of damage. Just a little bit more and they can get rid of Krillin and it will be back to an even match. This should be it.
Yep, this burst attack should hit. Unfortunately, it's like a mini super explosive wave when you fly in like that, because of just how much AoE it is when he fires it out.
Yeah.
But my god, here's a scary character. Super Saiyan Mid Vegeta. Attack +2, Sirius launches Dragon Power Trunks AI. Almost identical to his build from last season, just launches instead of Dende's.
They are dangerously close to this house. Yeah, Nuova, I think... I'm going to put Nuova in this matchup specifically, but you know what? Vegeta's always proved me wrong, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it is certainly an interesting matchup because he has the defense minus, so if Nova's able to spam, he theoretically should have the victory here, but if it stays as a melee fight, obviously the character with attack +2 and Sirius should start coming to a lead.
And it
Now
seems like people have voted 81% in favor of Earth Defenders, which we never get that kind of one-sided vote.
Yeah, it might be just they don't see late Piccolo.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, there's the 10k. I will say, funny enough, these characters are both in the same class of banned from Rush Blast Bataras because they're so strong.
Oh! Wow. Dodging the burst attack, we rarely see that. That thing almost always hits.
That's how you do it, Krillin. You gotta wait till he fires it, then fly around.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, I'm surprised Nuova took him out pretty quick there. Tien coming in with his new build of Defense +2, Attack -1, Latent Energy, Fighting Spirit, Eternal Life, Yajirobe AI. And any more damage Nova's doing right now is just the cherry on top, because he's evened it up and he's taking out a major threat.
Yeah, and those burning tornadoes. Oh, and a tag? Wow.
That's very scary for Earth Defenders. Apparently the vote has jinxed this match quite heavily. Nail coming in Attack +2, Defense -1, Sirius, Latent, Kabuto's, Light Body, Savior. So kind of a similar idea. I don't know, this is kind of an interesting build in all honesty. It's like typical melee build, but then it has like ult spam in there too. So it's like two very polarizing builds combined together of all things.
Yeah, and he's done 2 stalling so far, which is really interesting.
His power body.
Yeah. There we go.
Calculus.
Uh-oh.
He's too smart. He's too smart.
Yeah, who's the smart one now, Tien? Nice super explosive
walked
wave.
past the teacher and wiped off the whiteboard. Like, I don't need this. Get this out of here. I don't understand these numbers. There we go.
And down to the last
down to
member.
One character. Yeah, we are going to need to see an elite. Now, this is Super Saiyan and Goku on Ki +1, Quick Fast Attack, Dende, Savior, Indignation, Latent. So he does have healing. And
instant.
This one...
Ouch.
Nice. And he's got the defense minus, so a nice 12k, but immediate stalling again. Wait, was he still in power body? Was he just standing there?
I don't think so. I don't think stalling lasted that long.
He's been using it like off cooldown.
True. Yeah, he has been using it like crazy, which is really good for Namek because that's like a really good B1. Any power body is really good.
Now, if he can take out Nail without taking too much damage, he is going up against any tags. Well, here comes early Piccolo, and this is where things could make it or break it for Namek, because again, relatively untested character, coming with Ki +1, launches, Indignation, Fighting Spirit, Quick Fast Savior, Cell AI.
That was his one thing that he needed to do, and he didn't do it. So that's not a great start.
Well, he's got a ton of Ki in his kit, so he is going to try to spam. But yeah, again, relatively untested character, and Goku relatively heavily tested character, and this is the worry. He is just putting in work already, and early go Piccolo, you need to do something, my guy.
Yeah, I feel like it's funny because I feel like the special beam has been the idea for early Piccolo forever now, and he sometimes just pops off on it, and sometimes he just misses. And
yeah, he does have pretty good blast stock regeneration at least, so you can get to max power mode without having to go with KSA, as we can see. And my god, look at that Ki. Oh, that's not pleasant. Very minimal damage, at least.
Yeah, if he can get this special beam, that would make up for every... Okay, he didn't use it there. Could still do it.
Yeah,
Nope.
he's trying to find his moment. Now he's anxious. He's nervous. He doesn't want to fire it too soon, but he's not sure when.
He's got some stage fright. Well, I think Namek should be able to bring this home with Nuova and, oh gosh, Nail in the back, but, early Goku could do it very easily.
It's late Goku. This is the furthest from early Goku we got.
Yeah,
he can go
sorry.
Super Saiyan 3. Nice dodge. This won't take him out, but nonsense.
It really won't take him out.
This is very much in the realm of Goku's possibility, for sure. It's going to be hard. It's Nuova after all. But how much does Nuova have left in the tank after taking out 2 characters?
Yeah, he does have full Blastox too, which is a factor.
I mean, I think it's a negative factor because he's got instant transmission and his ult, but it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. It really did. Early Goku goes down. Namek, by 2 bars, took the win. Pretty close, all things considered. They really did play that tag game, which saved them in the end. So, well done, Namek. And Earth Defenders, I mean, we all know they're strong, so we'll know they come back in the main season.
Yeah, for sure. Mid Goku, very strong character as well. I mean, everybody did well. Obviously, a little unfortunate that, but when going up against Nuova, any character in the league can get burst down like that. The interesting thing to note is early Piccolo, like another 10k performance. Will they bring in Bobbity? We'll have to find out next week. Yeah. That is their free agent, so they indeed could pull out some Bobbity magic. But I think that will do it. That was match 4.
Yes. Thank you all for joining us in episode 2. If you liked the video, leave a like, please. It would really help. And also subscribe. We are trying to grow our fan base, and every subscription does help. If you found a moment that you thought was particularly funny or interesting, go ahead and leave it down in the comments with a timestamp, or even just say what happened. And we'll turn it into a YouTube short. And go ahead and check out the links in our description. We got our website, the Twitter, TikTok, Discord. On the Discord, you can join the watch parties and watch the matches live in voice calls with everybody and chat about them as they happen. It's always a lot of fun. And you can join a team if you want to support somebody. If you really like Earth Defenders or Namek, you know, they have openings. Every team has openings. And then you can also help us run the league with the stats or graphics team. And with that being said, thank you all for joining us in episode 2. We will see you tomorrow with episode number 3. Bye-bye.
See you later.